We pulling?
Hey, so Larodar is the boss right after Volcaros, and he has two phases. Phase 1 is all about trying to spawn this green tree shield that the raid needs to stand in to survive the boss's one-shot cast each time he gets the full energy. The way you spawn the shield is a little complex, but here's how it works. There's some Trent ads that spawn, which you need to tank those ads and kill them to make them friendly. Then heal them to full and keep healing them as they channel into the seed in the middle of the room. When the fixating root ad spawns, you need to kill it to make it friendly and then heal it to full to spawn the shield. On Heroic, the root ad isn't targetable at first, so someone needs to click the seed to start breathing life energy, this thing, in front of them and aim that life energy at the root ad to make it targetable. Then just don't forget to stand in the shield when the boss casts Raging Infernal at full energy or else you're dead. Other than that, there's a couple of other things going on in this phase. There's a bunch of fire on the ground, which is dropped by the boss and the ads wherever they go. So you can use the life energy breath from the seed to clear up some of the fire when the seed has enough energy. The boss spawns fire orbs around him that move toward him and give him a damage buff if they get to him, so players need to soak them before that happens. They even give the player a crit buff, so make sure you're the one that's picking them all up for obvious reasons. And for the tanks, the boss casts the charge on the current tank, which knocks them back but does less damage the further away they are. The tanks need to know to taunt swap during the cast because of a vulnerability debuff from the charge, but also so the boss comes back to the raid quickly. On Heroic, the charge also explodes on the raid at the end of it, doing less damage the further away the boss is, so tanks definitely need to take the charge away from the raid into the fire if you need to. Once the boss gets the full energy for the third time or gets the 35% health, he starts a short intermission where he casts a channel that does massive raid-wide damage, pulls everyone toward him, and one-shots anyone underneath him. So stack up for healing cooldowns to survive this, and then it's on to phase 2. This phase is much more straightforward. There's little circles to soak around the room to prevent them from blowing up on the raid. There's some heal absorb debuffs on random players that explode in a circle when the debuff expires. Move these out of the raid and heal the absorb off quickly, or you'll need to dispel the stun on the player if the absorb isn't gone in time. And for the tanks, the boss casts a frontal on the current tank that applies a debuff that makes them unhealable, but the debuff also makes them leech health from nearby allies. So face this frontal away from the raid, taunt swap after the cast, and stack on top of some friends to stay alive. There's also some ads that blow up when they die, so don't stand on them. And that's pretty much it. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. They get early access to all of our videos, so if you're interested in that, check out the links below. And sign up for our newsletter to get extra raid strats, written guides, and so much more. Peace.